Question number 2, Honourable David Cunliffe.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. To the Prime Minister, does he stand by his statement, by the statement on his behalf on 25 September, quote, "The Minister was aware that the Department of Conservation was working on a submission. He was not aware of the content of the leaked draft submission until Tuesday, the 17th of September."
Right Honourable Prime Minister.
Mr. Speaker, yes.
Mr.
Supplementary
Speaker,
question, Honourable David Cunliffe.
how can the Prime Minister stand by that statement, given that Nick Smith's 20 May weekly report discussed submission content and said DOC had concerns with the approach to nitrogen and phosphate monitoring 3 months before the Minister claimed to know?
Right Honourable Prime Minister.
Mr. Speaker, I don't have that particular report in front of me, but what I do know is that the weekly report of the 29th of July did indicate within 2 sentences that there was a lodging of a submission to be made in the name of the Director General, and on the 31st of July the Minister received the report.
Point of order, Mr. Speaker.
Point of order. Point of order, the Honourable David Cunliffe.
Mr. Speaker, I seek leave to table a summary of the Minister's weekly reports, which the Prime Minister clearly hasn't been briefed on by his Minister, otherwise he would have been able to...
Leave us sought to table that. Is there any objection? There is objection.
There is objection.
Order.
Point of order, Mr. Speaker.
Order.
I'm not sure if there may be some confusion,
Order.
Mr. Speaker.
Order. Is the member seeking now to table another document?
Mr. Speaker, I'm seeking to table the cover sheet to the question for written answer, which attached the weekly reports from the Honourable Nick Smith.
Leave us now sought
just
to
in
table.
case there's any confusion.
Order. Leave us now sought to table the cover sheet. Is there any objection? No, there isn't. That can be tabled.
Supplementary question.
Supplementary question, Honourable David Cunliffe.
Mr. Speaker, how can he continue to support Nick Smith, given Dr. Smith's claim that he first asked the Department of Conservation to give him a copy of the submission on 29 July, and when his 24 June weekly report states that he required it to be approved by him on the 17th of June? The 17th of June.
Right Honourable Prime Minister.
Mr. Speaker, because I'm advised that's correct.
But it's not. Mr. Speaker, I seek leave.
Order. This is a point of order.
I seek leave, sir, to table the particular extract from the weekly report which shows the advice the Prime Minister
leave us sought now to
is incorrect.
Order. Leave us sought.
Point of order.
Well, it's seeking to table a document. The member seeking clarification.
Mr. Speaker.
Is the member...
Point of order.
Is the member seking clarification as to what...
Point of order, Mr. Speaker.
No. Order. The point is I'm dealing with a point of order. It's seeking to table a document. I'll put that leave, and then if the member wants to raise a point of order, that's perfectly in order. Leave us sought to table the particular document outlined by the Honourable David Cunliffe. Is there any objection? There is not. It can be tabled. Point of order, the Honourable Nick Smith.
Mr. Speaker, is it proper to seek leave to table documents that have been provided by way of written answer to question, because both documents that the Leader of the Opposition has sought have been provided to the House by way of written question?
Order. And I'm happy to clarify that. If I'm clear that the document has already been clearly made available, I expect members, when they seek leave to table a document, to make that known to the House, in which case there seems to be little point in tabling the document. On this occasion, Mr Cunliffe sought to table 2 documents. I was unaware whether they were freely available. On that basis, I then put the leave to the House. It's for the House to determine.
Point of order, Mr. Speaker.
Point of order, Grant Robertson.
Just to clarify the point for the member, the Prime Minister, in answering both of the supplementaries that David Cunliffe asked, said he was unaware of the material. That is the practice in which you have previously said that it is okay to table documents to help clarify matters for the House.
Well, I'll just tidy that up for the benefit of the member, because it's not strictly a point of order. But what we've said in the past, documents can be tabled if they further inform the members of the House. As to whether a minister stands up and says, got no knowledge of that, etc., that's not the purpose of tabling a document. It's about giving further information to members.
Point of order, Mr Speaker.
Point of order, the Honourable David Cunliffe.
For the information of the House, I can confirm that the information which has just been tabled by leave was in fact received by the opposition only this morning and is still subject to the standard 3-day stand down before its publication as a QWA.
I thank the member, but the leave was put, the documents have been tabled, that's the end of the matter. Does the member have further supplementary?
Yes, Mr Speaker.
Supplementary question, the Honourable David Cunliffe.
Mr Speaker, to the Prime Minister, how can he have confidence in Nick Smith when the Department of Conservation raised water quality concerns in May, told Smith that they were preparing a submission, Smith asked to approve it in June, and yet the same minister claimed to know nothing about it until September?
Hawkins.
Right, Honourable Prime Minister.
Speaker, I think the member is attempting to conflate and draw inferences from a whole lot of material that he can't. Simple facts of life are that on the 29th of July, at his weekly meeting, he received a report that had 2 sentences in relation to the submission. On the 31st, he received the report. And I refer the member to Doris Johnson, the Deputy Director General, who said, amongst other things, quote, he never saw the draft submission that everyone was talking about, quote, the Minister did not play any role in my decision-making. So the member can conflate things as much as he likes. He might bamboozle his Labour caucus, but he won't bamboozle anyone else.
That answer is quite sufficient.
Supplementary question.
Supplementary question.
Mr Speaker,
Honourable David Cunliffe.
how can the Prime Minister have confidence in Nick Smith, given Smith's claim in response to a question on notice that he first knew the Department of Conservation was preparing any submission was 29 July, given that the Minister's weekly reports show he'd already been briefed on it on 20 May, 17 June and 24 June?
Right, Honourable Prime Minister.
Well, Mr Speaker, it really doesn't matter how many times the Leader of the Opposition looks at the press gallery. It won't be any more convincing because it's not correct.
Order. Question number 3, Colin King.
Thank you,